Okay, everybody, what is going on? Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well on this Friday. Made it to the end of the week, made it to the end of the month. Today is the last day of July, and we keep coming back to this particular topic, don't we? We keep talking about this in particular because despite my expectations, as of me recording this video, and remember, this can change at any moment, we've not gotten closure on Devon Witherspoon's contract. And also, we did get a little bit of additional information about some other contract stuff, so want to go ahead and run through that real quick here. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. So, yeah, Devon Witherspoon, we're going to lead with that. I'm kind of surprised. We are here on the last day of the month, and I thought for sure that a Devon Witherspoon extension would have been done by now. I would have thought it would have been done within the first couple days of camp. And Greg Bell wrote an article for the News Tribune talking about it. Not going to go through the whole article. A lot of the things he says are things that we've talked about previously. It kind of just puts it all in one place. Sorry about the auto playing videos, by the way. But basically, he acknowledges the fact that usually when you have foundational players, which Witherspoon most certainly is, the Seahawks will extend that player in the first few days of training camp. And you've got other foundational players on this team where they have already been extended. JSN got extended months ago. Charles Cross, not part of the same draft class as Witherspoon, I understand that, but Cross got his monster extension. So you've given big money to those two guys, but as of this moment, as of me recording this video, and again, things can change very quickly, Devon Witherspoon has not inked an extension, despite every reason to believe the team is trying to. And this article runs down some of the reasons why that is, talking about how there is clearly a significant amount of interest on both sides of getting it done. There's every reason for both sides to want to get this done. But for an assortment of reasons, Christian Gonzalez being maybe the most important one of them, it just hasn't happened yet. And again, this is stuff that I think we're all aware of. Christian Gonzalez being a competing corner, trying to get that top of the market deal, who has the same agent group as Witherspoon, by the way. That's becoming a problem because both guys want to set the record. And if you want to set the record, you got to go second because the guy who goes first gets a little bit less. So it's probably starting a situation where both guys want to wait for the other guy to get paid, and that creates a staring contest that no one ever wins. And it also mentions the Denzel Ward thing, which I made a whole video about. To me, that is a problem. To me, it is an issue that Denzel Ward swooped in here as a much less valuable player at this point than Devon Witherspoon or Christian Gonzalez and set the market. That changes the conversation in a way that I think it makes this a little bit uncomfortable. So these are things that, and there's no inside information here, right? There's nothing like, oh, wow, that completely changes everything that we were thinking. But this article does a good job of just kind of rounding up all the different elements at play here. Witherspoon is, as he has been before, been given credit for showing up for camp and being fully invested and being fully enthused about the start of football, so it's not affecting him. But basically, this article just kind of runs down the fact that for some admittedly fairly silly reasons, things have gotten delayed here, and we'll see how long it drags on. All right, guys, let's take a quick break here to talk a little bit about Prize Picks, currently the #1 sports pick app in America. The app is very easy to use. Check it out to my left here. You can do player picks, where you just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. Or you can pick teams, where you pick winners, spread, or total on any game or fight. The app is available in most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Right now, they have a great offer. You can play your first $5 lineup and get $150 in lineups if you win. All you have to do is use code HMA when you sign up. It's a brand new offer. Best time possible to get on the app. So get on over there and get to winning that first lineup. So remember, Prize Picks, code HMA. Download the app today, and remember to always gamble responsibly. Now, I'm holding to my belief, and I'm pretty firm in this belief, that he will get extended before the season starts. I think it would be kind of crazy for anything else to happen. But there are some obstacles here that I didn't foresee being this significant that could put the brakes on it. Like that Denzel Ward curveball was really, really unpleasant. I can't lie. So, still in a holding pattern, and hopefully later today I can say something different. Now, we also got a little bit of info about the Leonard Williams hypothetical extension. Mike Garofalo was on Puck Sports, and he said that the extension is coming. He sounded very confident and very assured that Leonard Williams would get extended. He believes it'll happen before week 1. So that's, I mean, granted, that doesn't guarantee anything, but it does sound like he knows what's up, and he does have some reason to firmly believe this. So if this is indeed true, and my suspicion about Devon Witherspoon is true, that means we're going to have these two cornerstone pieces of our defense, two of the best players in the league at their positions. Both those guys are going to be locked in for the, at the very least, intermediate term with this team in the case of Leonard Williams, and the long term in the case of Devon Witherspoon. So hopefully this holds, but again, he sounded very confident. And I've already talked about the reasons why I think this should happen. I've already made a video talking about why this makes a lot of sense to me, why I think both parties should want it. And as long as Leonard Williams wants to play football after this season, I'm getting this done ASAP. Honestly, I would have gotten it done 2 months ago before Jalen Carter and Jeffrey Simmons got their deals, but what's done is done. And finally, before I get out of here, we did have one little bit of info from Dan Viennes of Seahawks Forever. The Clowney stuff, they are interested, but he doesn't expect anything to happen, partially because Clowney's asking for too much money. So that surprises me a little bit, because Clowney was not a guy who got paid very much money last year from the Cowboys. He was relatively cheap, and I know he had a good year. I would be pretty surprised if he was asking for way more money than he got last year. Clowney's a guy who has made a lot of money in the NFL already. Clowney has definitely seen his best days already gone. And he's a guy who's probably thinking about the fact that, hey, I've been playing all these years. I don't have a Super Bowl. You wouldn't expect that guy to suddenly go, you know what, I need to milk every dollar I can out of this. And don't get me wrong, I think that Clowney can make an argument that he's worth an 8-figure 1-year deal. But given what he took last year with the Cowboys, and by the way, you're not going to the Cowboys expecting anything good to happen, right? He wasn't going there thinking, I'm going to win a Super Bowl here, because, I mean, it's the Cowboys, right? He was just going there to go there. I'm sure he knew at the time that he signed that it was very unlikely that was going to be a good team. So he signed there not because he was chasing a ring, and he didn't take that much money. So you wouldn't think money would be a big thing here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong tweet. But the Clowney thing, I wonder how much money he's asking for. And if he's asking for the kind of money that I would expect him to, I gotta wonder how unwilling this team is to spend money right now must be. Sorry, I phrased that wrong. This team must be very unwilling to spend any money right now. And look, there's a lot of urgency right now as it comes to finances, because so many really good guys are going to get paid in the next couple years. I've already talked a little bit about the Sam Darnold stuff. And there's plenty of other stuff to think about as well. But if you can't come up with, call it $5 million for Clowney, and I don't think it would be much more than that. I don't think it would be more than 5 million. Maybe it is. Maybe his priorities have changed, but I gotta believe you can come up with that, especially when you're gonna get that value many times over on the field. All right. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Go Hawks. Let me know what you think. Just wanted to round all that stuff up.